Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most fundamental challenges in business, and that is how do you take a truly brilliant idea and connect it with the people who need it the most? It really is all about building the right path to your customer.
So you've got that light bulb moment, right? That game-changing concept. But the huge question that every single entrepreneur stumbles upon is this. How do you actually turn that idea from something that's just in your head into a real, thriving, sustainable business?
Okay, so here's the secret. The answer really lies in having a solid business model. You should think of it as your blueprint for success. It's the framework that helps you deliver value, engage with your customers in a way that actually means something, and of course, make money from it all. Now, let's frame this as what it really is, the great business challenge. Picture this. Your amazing product or service is sitting on one side of a massive canyon, and all your potential customers, well, they're waiting on the other side. So, the big question is, how do you build the bridge to get your value all the way across that canyon? That's what we're going to break down. We're going to look at how to construct that bridge by focusing on three absolutely essential pillars: how you reach your customers, how you build relationships with them, and finally, how you generate revenue. Let's kick things off with the first pillar, which is really the core structure of our bridge: channels. This is all about how you physically get your product or service into the hands of your customers. To put it simply, channels are just the pathways a company uses to communicate with and reach its customers. They are all the little touch points where your business and your customer's world intersect. And let me tell you, getting this right is absolutely critical. This really breaks down into a few key questions you've got to be asking yourself. Are you reaching people where they already are, on the platforms they actually like using? Are your online and offline experiences connected, or do they feel like two different companies? And most importantly, which channels are actually working and which ones fit seamlessly into your customers' daily lives? Okay, let's move on to our second pillar and see how this all connects. If channels are the structure of the bridge, then customer relationships are the experience of crossing it. This is all about how you interact and connect with people on a human level. A customer relationship is really defined by the expectations your customers have. I mean, do they expect a really personal, hands-on, white glove service? Or do they just want a fast, automated, self-service kind of thing? Meeting these expectations is the absolute key to building trust and loyalty.
And this brings us to a really strategic balancing act. You have to deeply understand what your customers want, choose the right way to engage them, and then constantly weigh the benefits of that personal touch against the costs. It's about being effective without breaking the bank. And that brings us to our third and final pillar: revenue streams. So if you've built the bridge and created a great experience crossing it, this is the value exchange. You can think of it as the toll that ensures your business can keep the lights on and continue to grow. Essentially, a revenue stream is the cash you bring in from each customer segment. It's a direct reflection of the value customers are truly willing to pay for. And let's be honest, without this, even the most brilliant idea with the best relationships will ultimately fail.
And there's so many ways to do this. You could have a one-time transaction, like selling a physical product, or you could build that sweet recurring income through subscriptions or even advertising. The key, though, is to have effective pricing strategies that perfectly match the value you provide. So all this theory is great, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at how some of the biggest companies on the planet have absolutely mastered these three pillars. Let's see how this works in practice. Take Apple. For their channels, they use this brilliant mix of their own beautiful retail stores and partner carriers to reach customers. For relationships, think about Amazon Prime. They build incredible loyalty through perks like free, fast shipping, which keeps you coming back. And for revenue, Netflix is just a masterclass in flexible subscription tiers, offering different price points to meet almost any need. Okay, so we've looked at these three pillars: channels, relationships, and revenue, as sort of separate building blocks. But the real magic, the real secret sauce, happens when you understand just how deeply interconnected they all are. So here's the crucial point. These pillars do not exist in a vacuum. The channels you choose will directly shape the kind of relationship you can have with your customers, and that relationship directly influences what they are willing to pay. It's a powerful, powerful chain reaction. So, what are the key takeaways here? First, align your channels with where your customers actually are. Go to them. Second, focus on building strong relationships to foster that loyalty. It is way more profitable in the long run. And third, Don't be afraid to test and adjust your pricing to find that perfect sweet spot between value and revenue. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. A business model isn't something you create once and then forget about. It's a living, breathing system. So as you think about your own great idea, ask yourself, which one of these three pillars, your channels, your relationships, or your revenue, needs the most attention right now to build a stronger bridge to your customer?